And welcome back to MD Globe Muscle here at the On The Rise Media Studio with me, your host, Giles Thomas. And we're joined at the MI40 gym one day after placing third at the Tampa Pro, Lewis Breed.
Yo!
Hey, man.
Lewis, Derrick's excited because he's had a week off, mate. Mate, like, I want to get you on again because obviously last week we spoke literally just as before you flew out to Florida. Yes. I mean, I don't know whether you saw the Power Hour, myself and Ron Harris. My prediction, thank you so much, came to fruition. It came true. You took top 3, mate, in a really, really good show. How do you feel, mate?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was because the way it went actually with the show is I wasn't in the first 4 call out.
I saw.
And the reason being we came on in two lines, and I'll be perfectly honest, the judges didn't look at me at all. They didn't look at me at all. So I got a little bit overlooked. So they brought me out in the second call out, but then obviously they saw me in the second call out. So they then moved me back to the middle.
Yeah.
They moved me back to the middle of the second call out, and then they did more judging later on, and they wanted to see me up against Hunter and Jon, which for me is a massive achievement. You know, to be stood next to you know, both won numerous shows, both Olympia athletes, you know, so it was amazing. And seeing pictures, you know, I certainly had enough muscle, you know, to defend with those guys. They are slightly better sort of structurally put together, but you got to play your strengths. So it was a brilliant show. It's been a brilliant week because I've been in here with Hunter all week. We've been training and posing. So it's just been a fantastic week, and you know, it was a great way to top it off.
Because I said to you last week, and I also said it on the Power Hour with Ron last week, I said, I just want to see you get next to Hunter.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be interesting to see how you do against Jon, because I think that I did say, remember I said that you and Jon, I think, will be battling for second. I think that's where, you know, and obviously I said my Blessing might be in it, but he didn't do the show because I thought you'd beat him. But I actually said so what I hope basically happened. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it was good. And you know, there was certain shots where, you know, I certainly match up with them. You know what I mean? I know I lost a couple of shots, and I know where I went wrong in those shots, but there were a lot of shots where, you know, I certainly matched up with those guys. So, you know, I take it as a huge win for me.
Yeah.
And the Tampa show was amazing. Such a well-run show, such an incredible venue. You know, the staff, the fans, it was just all in all, it was brilliant, you know.
I went in 2017, and that was when Josh Lenartowicz was first, Max Charles was second. This was the show that Derrick Lunsford did his first 212 show a week after turning pro. Yeah, and it was such a good show because obviously Tim Gardner runs such. I mean, he's the best at running the shows where there's a lot of competitors and the show goes very well. In terms of running. And so, what was it like as an athlete? You know, being in an event that well sort of produced, really.
It was so well run. Like, you know, because quite often it's the case, especially because we had the bikini girls on before us, and there was nearly 30 of those, you know what I mean? So there's that worry of you hanging around for hours, and then you've got to maintain your fullness and maintain your peak. But it ran so smoothly and so quick. You know, we were on by lunchtime, and then when the evening show started, it was only an hour, and we were on again. And everybody backstage, it was just such an amazing show. And, you know, to be there with so many good athletes as well just makes it even more incredible. Are you happy with how you peaked for the show? Yeah, totally. It kind of went as good as it can do. Okay. Like anything, you can always be better. You can always be a little bit sharper. You could always be a little bit fuller, a little bit tighter, a little bit drier. You know, so there's always room for improvement because that's why we're in this game, to constantly improve. But the peak went really, really well, you know, in terms of condition and fullness, you know. Well, clearly the best package I've ever brought. But we've got 2 weeks now till Texas. Obviously, Texas is going to be a bigger show because there's a couple other games. But now I've got a bit of momentum. Obviously, the judges know me, so I'm hoping that's gonna fare me well, and I'll at least get, you know, put up next to those guys, and, you know, hopefully be in the mix for, you know, a top spot again.
I did say to you, I said, this is a big gamble, you being a European athlete, because there's all these European shows. You've got Italy, France, Spain, Prague, Romania, And yet you've chosen to do, during the time of all these shows, you've chosen to go to America to do 2 American shows, because that's a gamble that, you know, a lot of expense, a lot of travel that could have really, you could have got lost in the mix. Do you know what I mean? Potentially that could have happened. You could have got here and they just wouldn't have looked at you, you know, because I heard, I went to Nando's yesterday and I got your voice note and I was listening to it in Nando's. And you said, oh, I'm hoping for 3rd, 4th. And then I saw some of the comments and someone said, and then I saw that call out of the 4 guys and you weren't in it. Yeah. And I was like, I came back and I said to Lauren, I think I kind of the best. If that's the case, I said, if that is the top 4, I said the best he's going to hope for is maybe 5th or 6th. So, so then obviously, so basically they said on there that you weren't looked at the start, and then it shows you that they do judge it properly as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. I wasn't, exactly that. I wasn't looked at the start, and then they brought me out in the second call out. But they left third and 4th in the second call out. So they moved Hunter and Jon and left 3rd and 4th. Right. And then brought me and someone else in. But obviously, then when they judged me, they were like, "Oh, hold on a minute." So then they put me in the group. And then obviously, because they obviously must have thought I was so good, they then wanted to see me up against Jon and Hunter. So when we did the show in the evening, they then brought us out. Then, which was amazing to know you sort of nailed that top 3 next to those guys at the evening show, with my wife and the little one there in the crowd. You know,
were they?
It was, yes, yeah.
Oh, fantastic! So also it shows that you're a physique that kind of pops when you pose. Yeah. You know, so because sometimes you can spot the guys, and then other ways, other times you have to have a few call outs to. It shows you that they're judging it properly, doesn't it?
I think they've done a fantastic job. And like you said, it shows that they're being a bit more thorough, and then they're looking at somebody else and going, oh, actually, we need to bring him across, and then we need to see him against him. And it was nice that it's not completely done in the pre-judging. Yeah. You know, they still allowed another confirmation round, didn't they? So they still did that, which was really good. So it's been good. So we're just at MI40 now. I'm not training today, but my coach and my wife is. But we're just here mingling, nice little focus things, and look forward to Texas.
Yeah. So we'll talk about Texas in a second, but where do you think you were at pre-judging? Do you think you were legit 5th, 6th, but then you either got better, or just because they gave you a proper look at the night show?
I still knew I was 3rd or 4th, because like I said, there was the top 4, and they got rid of Jon and Hunter, which was the top 2. So then technically you had 3rd and 4th, and they brought me out, which was 5th and 6th. But as soon as they brought me out, they then moved me into the middle next to Joel, who at that time was 3rd. So I knew I was 3rd and 4th because they put me in the middle with Joel and put the other guy either side, because once we posed, they obviously realised I was better than him. Yeah. So they moved him out and put me and Joel in. So I knew I was 3rd and 4th, but anybody just seeing Instagram, all they saw was that first 4 call out. Yeah. They didn't see the second call out. They moved it all around. Right. So I knew I was 3rd or 4th, but I thought, maybe I might not get 3rd, because it was like, I got to play too much catch up because they didn't see me initially. Yep. But the fact that they obviously got a good enough look, and then they pushed me up next to Jon and Hunter, it was really good.
How did you feel next to Jon? Because I said, didn't I, before the show, I said I think it'll be a fight for second with you two, and I'm interested to see how you compare with him. How do you think pose for pose you stacked up against Jon?
Like I surprised myself because I was much bigger. I was bigger than Jon, muscularity wise. You know.
Wow, Jon Delarosa. Shit.
Yeah. See the poses like abs and thigh and most muscular and things like that. Yeah. I was bigger than Jon, but Jon is just structurally very good. Yeah. When he opens up his front double and his rear double, nice tight waist and those flaring lats. Whereas, so that's where Jon beat me, and rightfully so, because he looks great in those shots. I'm not quite so sort of streamlined through the waist and don't quite have that flare. I'm just, more sort of like a brick of muscle, as we say.
There you go. Thick as a brick.
Yeah, but no, I was pleased with how I fared up against those guys, because I certainly, seeing them myself next to Hunter and Jon, muscle is not something I need to necessarily worry about. So I had enough to stand toe to toe with those guys. They beat me on, slightly better sort of shape and structure. So there is improvements I can make, but I was pleased with how I looked next to those guys.
Do you think really you took Hunter in any shots in particular? Do you think there's any particular poses that you felt, okay, maybe listening to the crowd response or judges' feedback? What's your feelings on that?
Yeah, I mean, Hunter's front double and Hunter's rear double and rear lat, were phenomenal.
Yeah.
He killed me on those.
Side traps.
Side shots, I definitely thought with my thickness, I held my own against him. And front shot, abs and thigh, just the thickness through my quads, and most muscular, just because in that most muscular I'm broader than he is and slightly. So I definitely matched him on a few shots. But I mean, the man won, rightfully so. He's just got an incredible physique, and he managed to bring probably his best package ever in terms of conditioning and fullness.
Hunter, yeah, he did.
He did. So, and he's such a lovely man. But I definitely matched him on some poses. So that's huge for me, knowing, Hunter's, he's been the Olympia, and that I could stand toe to toe with him in some shots is a massive win for me.
Yeah. So obviously, with you being a new guy, what was the response from the fans, from the other pros? Was everything positive?
It blew me away, to be honest, because when I was walking around in the sort of crowd and in the foyer, the amount of people that were coming up to me, asking for photos and saying, "Oh my God, huge! You were the biggest guy up there. Oh my God!"
Nice.
With that. So to get that is a nice feeling, a really nice feeling.
So, I'm thinking, was Romania or Prague the last time I saw you on stage? Was it
Romania?
Romania. So, what was the difference in body weight?
I didn't officially weigh myself. My coach did, but I told him not to tell me.
Do you?
So I actually don't know, but I think it was around the 15-pound mark.
Wow.
Difference from Romania to this one.
Holy shit.
But I don't know exactly. I can get the exact figure from him, but I told him, don't tell me, I don't want to know.
Yeah,
I didn't want it to.
No, because obviously I saw you in Romania last year, I saw you in Prague last year, and then when I had you on Global a few months ago, at the start of the year, you said, I'm going to come to Tampa in Texas, I'm going to shock everyone, I'm going to be 20 pounds heavier. Now, sometimes by the time guys dry out and everything, sometimes it can be like 7-8 pounds, but that's still a lot. 7-8 pound of muscle tissue is a big gain. So if you're legit 15 pounds, and the thing is, your conditioning is one of your strongest points.
Yeah.
So that's a lot. Because how tall are you? 5'8"?
5'7".
5'7". That's 15 pounds on a 5'7" frame. I mean, Sean Ray was 5'7", and I remember one year when he came in 5 pounds heavier and his physique completely changed, So 15 pounds in that kind of condition, that's a lot, mate.
Yeah, and like I said, I even surprised myself when you see the photos of yourself, next year and things like that. I surprised myself that I am big enough to stand next to these guys, Obviously, there's some adjustment improvements made, but I even surprised myself with the improvements in terms of muscle that were made.
Good. So you're obviously staying out there now until Texas, which is in 2 weeks' time.
Yes.
Yeah. Is your coach staying with you?
He's got to fly back because he's got the pro show in the UK.
Right.
Next weekend. So he's flying back for that, and then he's flying straight back out here again.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, so he's got a lot of, but he won't not be by my side. So so I'll just carry on for the week with training, and as you do, and then he'll fly out next week and he'll be there for the peak again. So
are you staying in Florida then, or are you just going to go to Texas tomorrow or something, or what's the plan?
I'm going to stay in Florida for a little bit. Yeah. MI40 is quite good, so I'm going to make the most of this facility. So I'm going to stay here till at least the end of the week, and then look at flying out to Texas either the end of the week or the beginning of the following week. I haven't actually decided yet. So
obviously the show was last night. Have you looked at the pictures and gone through with your coach about what you're going to try and do for Texas to tweak things, or with posing, or your physique, or drying out? What?
I managed to speak with one of the judges. He came straight backstage afterwards, and he said where I lost was with my posing, like with my front double, my rear double, and my rear lat spread. I'm not opening myself up enough.
Yeah.
He said, you've got tons and tons of muscle, but you're not showing it to us. In your side shots, fantastic, but in your front and rear lat, front double and front lat, rear double and rear lat, you're not opening yourself up.
Yeah.
But he said, I can see the muscles there, but you're just not opening yourself up. So I took that as a really, really positive, because if you turned around and said, "Oh, you haven't got enough muscle," then you've got to go away for another 12
Nothing
months.
you can do in 2 weeks, is there?
But the fact that I said that, I just look at I've got some mobility work and some physio work. I've got some posing booked with one of the top posers here, just to help open my shots up, because he said, "You've got the muscle there, you're just not showing it to us," and that's where we lost out on those shots.
Yeah. So what are you hoping for Texas? Are you hoping to come in fuller, drier? What's the plan?
I think our fullness was pretty top notch. I think any fuller, we might have lost a little bit of detail.
Yeah.
So maybe a tad bit drier, if possible. And like I said, it's going to be a more difficult show. You've got obviously Andrew Jack, and you've got
Carlos.
Carlos,
yeah, the freak.
Well, so it's going to be a more difficult show, but I'd love to try and push and get inside the top 5, maybe at that one.
Yeah.
If I can work on my posing and improve on those weaker shots over the weeks, then who knows?
I could see, I mean, if John's doing that one, I can see him, you, Andrew Jack, Hunter, Carlos. I could see that being a good, solid top 5. I mean, that's he's not.
No, he's not. So that would leave Hunter, Andrew, Carlos.
Yeah.
And, myself there potentially. So there's still a good chance of a top 5 in a very strong lineup.
Yeah.
So that would be another huge result for me. And if I can improve on that posing and improve on those weak shots, then who knows?
And mate, thing is, with Carlos, I mean, he is an absolute freak of nature with a beautiful shape, but we've not really seen him in true condition yet.
No, that is true. That is the one thing. If he comes in true condition, then everybody's got to look out.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew and Hunter are better. They'll be screaming. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
But like you said, he's yet to do that. So, if he can't quite manage it, then obviously, that's a window opportunity to sort of push yourself up there. If you can nail that condition, you can. So as long as I bring that condition and bring my sort of, muscularity and fullness, you just got to play to your strengths, haven't you? Exactly. Thing is, if you take out Carlos, mate, I mean that's a good scalp to go home with, mate. Yeah. Isn't it? I mean, you know what I mean? Because he's one of he's like the beef stew. He's like one of the biggest talking points. Of like last year it was Andrew Jackson Crizzo, and now you've got guys like sort of Carlos, who's kind of one of the biggest talking points of because he's a newcomer. So if you take him out, you're going back to Europe and back to Dubai or whatever is. With a seriously big, scalp. Really, it's a good one to kind of claim. Really, so I think that would be I was interested to see you next to Jon Delarosa because I felt you could beat him, and now you're going to be going up against someone like Carlos. And the thing is, what if you get next to Andrew Jack? Do you know what I mean? And you're going to compare well. He's not. Hunter's not blowing any. Hunter didn't blow you off the stage. Do you know what I mean? And now you've been compared next to him. That means now you're in a different bracket, in a different quality of competitor. Yeah. No, it's exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I can tell. Right, mate, I'm going to let you go because we've got Jon Delarosa as well coming on in a bit. I know he's training with Hunter at the gym, so he's probably arrived there now or whatever. So yeah, like I said, I had him on last week, but I just thought, God, 3rd place, man. That's I wanted to get on and just and hear about it, what it was like, and because that is a huge step up, mate. That's a huge step up. That's another big leap forward in your career, right from when I saw you competing as a bloody heavyweight in 2011. Do you know what I mean? Then it's getting your pro card, then it's getting into a pro show and making, you were like second call out and getting, good sort of 8th places. And now you've jumped up to 3rd and you're being compared with guys who've been 4th in Olympia. You're in a different conversation now. You've really stepped up, mate. So it's I wanted to hear it from the horse's mouth, mate. So I'm really pleased for you, mate. I was so happy when I saw that this morning. Yeah, brilliant, mate. Thank you for having me on again. Yeah, now go kick some ass and get in that top 5 in Texas, because I think that's probably going to be one of the toughest shows of the year, and I think it's going to be one of the best. So it's going to be exciting, mate. So you've I think you've done. I wasn't sure when you said about doing 2 American shows. I thought, oh shit, is this too big a gamble? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe you should have played it safe and maybe gone and stuck in Europe and less traveling and less hassle. But you've taken this opportunity to prove yourself on a bigger scale with bigger names in front of a different audience, and it paid off, mate. Yeah. Cool. Right, I'm gonna let you go get some lunch, mate. So right, well, thank you again for coming on MD Globe Muscle, mate.
And like I said, we're watching for Texas as well, mate. But yeah, I think you've done really well, mate. Well done.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, mate.
All
Take
right.
care.
Nice one.
All right,
Cheers,
buddy.
pal.
Speak to you soon, mate. One day after the Tampa Pro, right outside MI40 gym, the return of Jon Delarosa.
Whoa.
Woo!
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Jon, I think, God, you were one of the original season 1 boys. Do you know what I mean? You were one of my original guys from season 1 back in 2019, mate. You've had 3 years away, and I tell you what, it's really good to finally see you back up there, mate. How does it feel?
It feels incredible. It feels as though I'm highly blessed and favored and lucky and happy. I'm all good things, man. It's really good to be back. Really, really good.
So you told me just before we started filming, you tore your bicep. So when did that happen, mate?
I tore my bicep last April. It was probably one of the lowest points of my life. Just a culmination of everything that happened leading to that point, going through a divorce, seemingly losing everything, and only having bodybuilding and training to hold on to, and kind of rebuilding my life at that point, and then losing the ability to train. Was extremely, extremely difficult on me mentally. So here we are a little more than a year later, and I'm able to not only compete, but compete at a high level. And I can't feel anything but just pure joy and happiness that God has given me the opportunity to be able to do this again, you know?
How did you get past that really difficult point? What was the thing that kind of pulled you out of it, mate?
Honestly, it was the people that I have in my life. I met and I'm marrying a wonderful woman. Her name is Taylor Morris. My family, my friends, just surrounding myself with the right people who never stopped believing in me when I couldn't even believe in myself, and never stopped pushing me when I couldn't push myself. You know, it was probably rock bottom, like I said, for me. And to know that even though I had nothing to offer the people around me, nothing at all to even offer, you know, myself, to get myself through those hard times. Again, I've been training my entire life, from when I was a child. You guys know my story with my dad, and having had a father in this sport and somebody who brought me up to train, not even being able to train, just again, put me in one of the lowest points of my life, depression and all types of stuff. So I attribute a lot of the success that I'm having today. Bodybuilding is a very, very small part of it. Outside of bodybuilding, there's life, and there's a lot more to life. And I'm much more successful on that end of it. We opened a gym in Sawgrass. It's called Fitness System Sawgrass. It's wildly successful. It's one of the best gyms in South Florida.
Wow. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So life is just really good. And again, I attribute a lot of that to the people that I, you know, was fortunate enough to have around me and believe in me and push me and love me and, you know, want the best for me.
Do you feel confident again?
Wildly confident.
Good. Because sorry to interrupt.
Wildly confident.
I spoke to Ron Harris, and I said, wow. I said, you know, in this fast-moving sport, I said, I spoke to bodybuilders that have had a year out, and you know, it's very daunting for them to compete again, even if it might have only been a year. It's, you know, and it really knocks their confidence, and it's a big hurdle to get over. You've been out for 3 years. You've just told me you ripped your bicep. You've had all these kind of things to kind of battle against and overcome. And I just said, you know, when you got your the first second the other week at Chicago, was it Chicago? Yeah, Chicago. Sorry, so many bloody shows at the moment.
No.
And I said, I bet Jon's really feeling confident again.
Yeah. Again, my confidence doesn't come from the stage, because the stage is the fun part.
Yeah.
Life really is the hard part.
Yeah.
You know, and I think when you wrap your head around, like, I get to do this for fun. I get to do this because I love to do this. And I enjoy doing it. But when life knocks you on your ass and you have to find a way back out and back up, that builds confidence. And I think the confidence on stage, certainly placing second to a great competitor in Justin Shire, definitely helps build confidence. But honestly speaking, I was at the Olympia last year. My soon-to-be wife was like, "Babe, look at the top two guys. You know, she's like, they're not any better than you are. They're your height, you know." And this is her just kind of like, working those gears, you know. And listen, Derrick Lunsford is an incredible athlete. I'm not by no means disrespecting them, or saying that I'm any better at this point in my career, because I'm not, or Hadi or any of the shorter guys. But her point in bringing that out, and my father and all the people around me were like, "Dude, if they could do it, so can you. You know, you've been at this longer. You know everything they know. You've been at it. You've done it. You just got to believe in yourself to do it." And so watching Derrick come from 212 and move up, and Hadi come from 212 and move up, and having this bicep tear, and knowing that I placed second to a very good Justin Shire in 7 months of training, it does something to you. Yeah. And I'm just getting started.
Yeah. So
I'm just getting started. It's only been 7 months, so, you know, a little bit more time under some weights and a nice solid, you know, off-season training, and I think I'm just having fun, man. It's gonna be a fun ride.
It sounds to me like you've got different motivations for doing now what you do.
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, life, when it knocks you on your ass and you got no other choice but to get back up, it breeds a different kind of animal. And you know, last April, being very candid, I was on my knees just sobbing, like, what else can I go through? What else? I mean, I've lost everything, even my training. You know, I can't even train anymore. Like, what do I have to offer? And I had to rebuild myself. And when you have that, I really think that, like, there's just nothing that can stop you. You know, I've been through so much in my life in general. And now, having come back through one of the worst times in my life to having this crazy moment in my life, is just, it's awesome. And you can't be anything but grateful and thankful, and just look back and say, man, if I can do this in a short amount of time of training and come back and compete at a high level. And I don't want to mince my words here. The night before Chicago Pro, I got on my knees and I prayed to God, and I said, listen, if this is no longer meant for me, let me know. Just make it, show me. Because no one wants to be the guy that shows up and you passed your time. You shouldn't be here. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be that guy. But I also needed to prove to myself that I could at least try, you know? And the fact that I was able to try and get that small win for myself, it made some big changes in the way that I approach everything now with training and diet, and, you know.
Do you feel really fired up now? You've done a couple of shows and you're back in the swing of things, and you're like, okay, I've got two good shows here. You're not one, and then the next minute you like get 10th the next one. You got two consecutive, consistent, solid placings there. Do you feel like you've got the fire back for it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's so crazy because I honestly did not think that this would be the outcome of it. I was a little bit more, we'll see what happens, you know?
Which one? Or both?
For both,
Oh, okay.
honestly. You know, I got in my head and I was like, maybe it was a fluke. You know, no, maybe they were being nice. They just kind of gave me the second place. I don't know, you know. And
Well,
then to
you've
come
rubber
here
stamped
and
it now. You've rubber stamped it.
yeah, well, to be here and be competitive against arguably the best Hunter Labrada has ever been.
Yep.
And to be competitive against that, who was, you know, 6th, 7th best in the world, is like, again, it makes you take a step back and shit, there's something here. There's still some fire in the tank. And now I'm just fired up, you know, and it was, and just, I want to say really quickly to all the competitors, the fans, the judges, like, wow, what an incredible time it's been for me to hear the love and the respect and the admiration that these people have had for me for seemingly all these years. You know, it's funny, when I got off stage with Justin had come up to me and very respectfully said it was an honor to have competed against you. And
nice.
you know, I grew up watching you, and
Mm-hmm.
he was like, man, you had me shaking in my boots. It was a fun battle, you know. And then last night, Hunter did the same thing. You know, he was like, it was awesome to share this moment with you. And, you know, so many of the guys backstage was like, dude, it's awesome to have you back. You look fucking great. Like, you know, the judges were very supportive. The fans, you know, I'm getting flooded with messages and love, and it's been an incredible feeling, for sure.
How's it going working with Patrick, and how did that come about?
So, a good buddy of mine, you guys might know him, Matt Daniels.
Yeah. Manager Matt.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Him and I are very close, and not a lot of people know this, but we're in constant contact. And, you know, I don't mingle with a lot of people in the industry. I like to keep to myself and do my own thing. But Matt is someone that I always keep close. He's just a good man, and a person that I consider a friend. It's not just business. So when I toured my bicep, he was one of the first to know, and he was just kind of like, well, what's next? And I didn't know. I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I want to get back in there, but he was like, well, why don't you work with a coach? Like, see what somebody says. And so we were going through some people, and honestly, like, at the time, just working through people and talking to different people, something about Patrick, and it only confirmed it for me in Chicago, something about Patrick just stuck. It felt right. It felt like this man not only is like just believes in me, he's not blowing smoke up my ass. Oh, Jon, you haven't been your best, and if I can get my hands on you, blah blah blah, you know, all this shit that, you know, there was something about the way that he spoke to me and the things that he said that really made me believe that he wanted the best for me.
Yeah.
You know, he saw somebody that was beaten down and questioning whether he should even do this again. Given under all the circumstances that I had been under. And even after he decided to take me on as a client, I had a surgery that I had to get a tumor removed from my pec.
Oh, shit.
And he saw me again like a lot of people don't know, man, I went through fucking hell to get on stage. This was 4 weeks into our prep. I had to get a surgery on my right pec to get a lump removed. Thank God it was benign. But it was just life was just coming at me from all sorts of different ways. And back to it, that's how Patrick and I connected. He just spoke to me on a different level. And then for Chicago, he was like hurting more than I was. He was like, dude, I could have swore that was your win. I had you winning. I don't understand. And like, and I you know, I was like riding cloud nine. I was like, dude, it's all right. I'm all right. I got back on stage and I'm competing and I did good and people like what I bought. And he was like, no, I thought you won. You should have won. I thought I had you winning. And just the hurt. And my wife, you know, she was like, I like him. He really cares about you. He cares about how you feel.
Yeah.
Not just like your physique and, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that quote unquote second place loss, however you want to say it, in Chicago really solidified the relationship that him and I now have, even more so moving forward. And all I have to say about Patrick, he's a great dude, man. He's a great dude.
Well, I've been friends with Patrick for, God, I can't, 10, 12, something, maybe more years than that, really. But I consider him one of my best friends in the industry, and actually outside of the industry as well.
Yeah.
So I was really,
amazing guy.
I was really happy to hear you two were working together. I was like, yeah, this is a good combo. This is a really good matchup, good team up. You know?
Yeah. I'm lucky to have him.
Yeah. Sorry. Oh, sorry. 1 second. Sorry.
No worries.
Sorry. We're just losing daylight, so I've got to. So I've got to adjust exposure. So I was thinking about. You said to me you're not going to be doing the Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Derrick beforehand, and I said I think you're the removing the point system. I feel like if they had the point system, you might have been doing Texas, because you'd be thinking, get a few more points, probably at the top of 2 second places, you know, another good place. And no.
I never was a points guy. I thought it was a horrible thing to put in the first place. Yeah. I don't think that anyone should be at the Olympia based off of second place or third place.
Okay.
I think if you're not good enough to win, you shouldn't be at the Olympia. I think the very best guy should be at the Olympia. Yeah. And if you can't beat the best guys, you shouldn't be there. I'm just old school that way, you know, and listen, I'll be the first to admit it. I went to my first Olympia on points. Yeah. Because I wanted to experience that opportunity. But did I ever do it again? No. I want to win and get in. I want to know standing there that I deserved my spot there. Yeah. So regardless if there was points or not, I wouldn't be doing it. Again, as I said off air, this is a very different Jon Delarosa that is approaching you guys. This is a man who's aware of his finances going into these things, who understands the importance of family and understands the extreme amounts of financial dependence that this sport puts on us as athletes, and the very little income that we make. The amount of attention and the consumption of time and energy that it takes away from, you know, again, life, business, family, friends. At this point in my life, chasing a win, that's just, for me at this point, out of reach. You know, I know the competitors that are going there. Andrew Jack is an incredible competitor. Hunter Labrada is going to be there. Carlos Thomas Jr. is going to be there. The lineup is going to be phenomenal. And I'm not saying that I can't be competitive, because I know I can be. Yeah. But I've only been training 7 months, 8 months maybe, with this injured bicep, or used to be injured bicep, but rebuilding for 7 or 8 months going into these shows. So I really think that I would be doing myself a disservice to continue chasing an Olympia qualification to place 10th. Yeah. That's not where I want to be. I don't care to go to the Olympia to place 10th anymore. I want to go to the Olympia to challenge for the Olympia title. And the only way that I'm going to do that is to put my ego aside for a little bit and say, you know what, as bad as I want to go, because I'm a bodybuilding fan and I want to fucking be there on stage competing with the best, it doesn't make sense for me to go there if I'm not going to be able to compete with the best. Just taking a spot is not what I want to do. So I need some time. I need to, you know, put attention back on, you know, fine tuning this machine. And I think if I'm able to do that at the level that I've been able to do it at so far, next year is going to be a very different Jon Delarosa on stage, and it's going to be a Jon Delarosa that can contend for any title.
I think, having 3 years out, overcoming an injury, if the goal was to get yourself back out there, back up on stage, reestablish yourself, test yourself, get your confidence back up where it needed to be, I think you can class this season as a win. And if you shut it down now, I think 2023 is a win in many ways.
Absolutely.
Think about, like you said, if you ever start to doubt that, just think about where you were mentally a year ago.
Absolutely.
And I think you can feel a lot of satisfaction and a lot of kind of inner peace and happiness to know what you've achieved in the last year, how you've dragged yourself from, mentally a very, kind of dark place to kind of back up on stage, battling it out with the Hunter Labradas and Justin Shires. I think it's definitely, for me, I definitely think you can chalk this one off as a win.
Absolutely. And that's how I feel. Now, if Patrick were to call me right now and say, Jon, let's get ready for Texas, he has my full confidence, and that's something that I would certainly consider. It's just not the plan that we had laid out. He knows the plan that I laid out for him long before Texas was even a question. And he was on board with it. As far as this morning, he's very confident of the plan that we laid out for next season as well. We already have my off-season plan. He worked that over and sent it over to me. We're firing on all cylinders here. Like I'm not wasting any time. Listen, I've been doing this since I was 17 years old. I don't have time to waste. Yeah. And there's some really big goals that I have set out for myself, and I fully intend on meeting them.
Good. I was about to say, I bet Patrick's already working on your off-season plan, but you said he's already done it.
He already sent it to me.
No, because the thing is, you've had you've tried each other out now. You've had a test run. You've had a good couple of test runs. You're working with this new coach. It's clicking. It's working. Things are happening. Good things are coming from it. So now it's time to, like I said, 7 months proper training. Now you can shut it down and really get your teeth stuck into next year now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's the plan. Like I said, it's life comes at you from all different types of angles, and we don't know what might come. But as of right now, the plan is to just give my body a break, and get my arm really worked over. And again, a year rehab. It's been a year and 3 months. It's not a long time for a completely. My bicep was a complete distal bicep tendon tear.
Oh wow! Complete. Holy shit.
Complete bicep. So I have 2 screws and a plate in my arm holding the shit together.
Wow.
So it's
shit.
So to be able to come back and then not be any weaknesses there, and it took a lot of focus, a lot of intention while I was training, a lot of careful manipulation while I was training, making sure that I picked the right exercises and had the right amount of tension and right amount of weight. So now that I have I feel comfortable enough that I can get under some weight, and not question is this thing gonna go? I'm excited. I'm excited to be able to put some weight on and see what comes of it.
There's that psychological. But I remember speaking to Zach Carr. I remember when he blew both his knees, and he said to me, he said the first time that he got back under 4 plate on a squat, he said that was a huge test. He said literally, I'm getting flashbacks. It flashes in my eyes as I'm walking towards the Smith machine, about to squat this way. And he said once he did that first set of foot, he said it was a huge thing he had to get past and overcome.
Yeah. So for me, it's like every time I get in there and I pick up a 20-pound dumbbell, it happened, not in the gym. This happened picking up my 30-pound dog. So,
No.
So when I look at a 20-pound dumbbell, I kind of look at it sideways like, oh shit, here we go again. It messes with you mentally. So I'm finally at a place where I can move some weight and I feel comfortable with it. I don't feel any more pain, any achiness, any of that stuff. So I'm just excited to train. Again, God has blessed me with the ability to do this and to do this at a high level again. I would be stupid not to enjoy every moment of it. I love training.
Yeah.
I love training. And so, bodybuilding is a byproduct of that. I get to compete on stage with some of the best in the world, and again, do that at a high level. I'd be silly not to enjoy every moment of it, knowing that just a year ago I had lost all of it.
Yeah. How was your session? Because literally you've just come out of the gym training with Hunter. What was that like training with? Do you know Hunter that well?
Yeah, so Hunter and I have, we've spoken many times in passing. I think this whole rivalry that was being spiced up these last 2 weeks as a Hunter John rivalry was really fucking cool for both of us. We enjoyed it. We loved every second of it. I told him, man, I said, listen, you brought out the best in me, and he said the same. He was like, man, I had such a great time. And again, like I said, he was just like, it was awesome to spend, share the stage with you. And I watched you growing up, and so it was really cool to have that moment with him. I think this solidified for both of us a deeper kind of friendship.
Yep.
We had a great training session. We had great conversation. I promised him that I'd head out to Houston and train with him, for his upcoming Olympia prep. It would be an honor for me to do so. And, we're going to help each other out as best as we can. And that's something that I really love and miss about the sport, is that the guys are just, it's really cool to have a bunch of guys that, like, we're all competing for the same paycheck and the same notoriety and win and whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, I can turn around and say, fuck, Hunter, you looked amazing. Great job. And he can do the same,
And you've both got really good gyms.
Yeah.
You've got your own gym now that's awesome. Hunter's got that amazing gym at the offices where he trains. Yeah. I mean, it's just,
right.
It's all your own, all your own weights. They got beautiful gyms.
Yeah, that's all he had to tell me. He said, yeah, I got my own facility. And I said, okay, so I'll block out a whole month and we'll just
Nice.
Yeah. So it's good.
Derrick, I'm going to throw over the final question to you, mate. Have you got anything for young Jon Delarosa, the comeback king?
John, I've got a whole heap of things to say, man. Now, if you come back from that, what you've described there, yeah, man, I take my hat off to you, right? You know what I mean? But this is what I think people need to hear, right? You know what I mean? Because it's not just all fun and games. Yeah, you know what I mean? Sometimes we go through some testing times, and you've definitely been through the mill, man. But God bless you, and it's. I'm glad we've interviewed today, and you've brought this to light. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of people do go through this, but they go through it quietly. You know what I mean? But you had the support of your family. Right, and it's good to hear that you built that relationship with Patrick. Yeah, you can relax a bit. Knowing that he's thinking about you and not just you know what I mean, just about the competing and things like that. You know what I mean? So that's the
wins and losses.
The wins and losses, exactly. So I think what you just said and what you just said in this this brief conversation that we've had, it's tremendous. I take my hat off to you, mate. God bless you.
Thank you. And I'm again, one of the things that I want to keep saying is, God has blessed me with the opportunity to have a platform. I know that a lot of people go through life, and I'm one of them. And sometimes we keep a lot to ourselves. But if I have the opportunity to reach one person, and help them in any way, I think it's my responsibility to do so. Quick backstory: 2 years ago, my uncle took his life. Committed suicide, and it was a huge shock to our family. But it made me realize that a lot of us suffer in silence.
Yeah.
And, and I for whatever reason, people are interested in hearing what this guy named Jon Delarosa has to say. And, I would be doing a disservice to him and to my family and to the people that love and care for me if I were not doing something good with that. So I think a lot of us also portray ourselves as everything is great and good in social media, and life is just this bubbly, great thing all the time, and that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Life will kick you in the nuts and fucking push you down, and how are you going to get back up? And to know that there's someone out there that will listen, literally just listen and talk to you, can make a world of a difference in someone's life. So, I think that it's my responsibility to share my struggles so that way people understand, like, oh, wait, there's other people going through this as well.
Exactly. Yep.
Tell me about it.
Right.
Tell me about it.
And Giles, you're another one of yourself. Yeah. You've been through the mill yourself. So
did you hear last year I had a bit of a accident on stage?
I did not.
I had a heart attack on stage, emceeing a bodybuilding show in Ireland.
Holy shit.
I was emceeing a pro show, and I had a heart attack, a massive heart attack on stage, and I had to have a triple bypass.
Holy shit.
Yeah, triple bypass.
Thank God you're still here, dude.
Covered in scars.
Wow.
Sliced up to pieces I was. Yeah. So I was...
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and you had to sign something to say there's a 1 in 6 chance you might not make it through surgery. It was like, I was scared. And he was in a different country as well. Scary, man.
God bless you, man.
Scary.
Thank God you're here. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, so...
Well, thank God you're here, brother.
Yeah, we're talking, mate. We all made it. All three of us made it.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
We're good.
Right, John, we're literally losing light and we're absolutely starving, so we're going to go get a Nando's, mate. And this has been good. Like I said, it was good. I spoke to you for a while, and because when I saw you were competing again, I was like, great, I can talk to John again. This is going to be cool,
Yeah.
So, See, we're on season 5 now. You were in season 1.
Oh,
season 1. John, I'm going to let you go, but thank you so much for giving up this time, because like I said, we was a bit of a short window we had for time to get you on, but I'm glad. Thank you so much for making yourself available. I really appreciate it. Fantastic to see you back, mate, and like I said, all the best for the rest of the year, mate, and I've heard that gym's amazing as well, so fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Good job with that as well, mate.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
All right, John.
You take care of yourself.
Yeah, man. God bless.
Take care then, John. Speak to you soon,
Thank
mate.
you.
Okay, guys, welcome to season 5, episode 42 of MD Glow Muscle Hot News, and we have Big D is back in the house.
In the hot seat again. Happy to be here again. Let's rock and roll.
Derrick, you were missed, mate.
Yep.
Yeah, and we got people asking about your comeback to the universe.
Come back to the universe. Yeah, desperately thinking about it hard.
Whoa. There is no do or do not. There is no try.
I know.
Come on, Derrick.
I know. I want to do it because I heard that my good friend Steve Crichton's doing it.
Wow.
Ooh, that'll be a show, wouldn't it?
You said, because Steve Crichton. Steve Crichton. Do you know what, guys? If the 212 had been around when Steve Crichton was like 99, 2000, when he was kind of, I'm telling you, this guy would have been one of the best 212s.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%.
And do you know he made a comeback in 2011? He did.
Did he?
Yeah, he made a comeback in 2011.
What did he do?
He won the Welsh Championships.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then he went to the UKBFF and he won the over 40s British finals. Oh. He literally, after about 10 years, he got himself into incredible shape. Looked probably, it's funny because he never posts any pictures of, and he looked really good. And I've only seen a few pictures, but he looked absolutely sensational. So he literally came back out of retirement after 10 years, won the Welsh Championships, which is a tough show.
Well, I know Steve is military, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's when if he says he's going to put his mind to something, he normally it's full on, isn't it?
Do you know what I learned about like real dedication and also it actually helped me when I started prepping for my shows from 2004 onwards. Yeah. I went up in 1998 and he was getting ready for the British finals. That was the year he won the heavyweights and against Grant Thomas, and Grant won the light heavies and the Pro League Pro card. And I went to and I filmed him. Photographed him at a gym called the Hardcore Hell Hall. It was above an old baker's, and there was like bloody. It was the most. There was a ripped out car seat next to the leg press. There was a bucket to be sick into. Like, wow. Seriously, I mean, it really and there was you have to leave your money on the side in a tin or something, and it was it was absolutely. But anyway, so this was 11 weeks out, right? And after we did the photo shoot, we went over to this cafe. And I said, I'll get you a coffee. So I got him a coffee, and he went, I got it to him, and he goes, Giles, I can't drink that. I said, what do you mean? He says, it's got milk in it. And I said, yeah, well, do you like milk? He goes, yeah, I like milk. I said, can you have it? No, I can't have it. I said, yeah, but come on, you're 11 weeks. He said, Giles, if I drink that, he said, I will stand on stage in 11 weeks' time and know that there was something more I could have done to be better.
Yeah.
Like that, Dorian Yates, that all or nothing attitude.
Yeah.
So, mate, if you've got your work cut out, you're gonna have to bring.
Definitely, I'd have to. I need Milos.
If Milos tells you to eat veg with dog shit on it,
I know,
Derrick.
This is what I'd have to do.
Derrick, you're gonna have to do
right?
it. Mate. You have to
do.
You'll have to do it.
Right? Can't let the big man down.
No, I mean, have you messaged Milos yet? Or?
No, yeah. I've got to sort my diet out first. Got to sort my diet out first because he wants some pictures and things, doesn't he?
Oh, he wants pictures of you.
Yeah, he wants some pictures.
Okay,
he wants some pictures, so I've got to and again I've got to obviously start training my legs. So
yeah. Now, do you want to give us the reason quickly why you're not training your legs currently?
Because of my work, because I work in prisons and I have to go climb through little holes and things like that.
So it'd be too cumbersome.
And well, yeah, just you can't bend.
Right.
You can't bend. It's too painful.
Derrick.
So. And I've got to work. I love my job.
You can't if you're going up against Steve Crichton in the Masters, mate.
I've got to be my number one, haven't I?
Yeah.
Got to be my number one.
Your legs are good though. I've seen. Remember when you competed a few years ago and you said, Giles, come and have a look at me, and I looked at you and you're like, your legs have a lot of size.
Yeah, I like
good calves.
Yeah,
as well.
I do like training legs. I do like training legs, and I'm in a good gym where they've got a lot of good leg equipment and things like that. So, but I do. To be honest, I do miss my old gym.
Yeah,
I miss my leg equipment there because I got that perfect.
Do you ever use the up there? Because my gym, Legends, now has got one of those upside down leg presses.
Upside down leg press, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to start you because me and Lauren are training legs tomorrow. Lauren's squatting 225, by the way.
225.
It's 220, but in America they have pounds, we have kilos.
Yeah.
So it's technically 220, but basically 2 plates aside. She's doing that for 6 reps. A bikini girl.
Wow.
That's pretty, and it's good form.
That's pretty good.
And she's handling it.
Yeah.
You'd think that would be crushing her back. But anyway, so we're gonna add in. They've got one of these upside down leg presses like at your old gym, which I loved, by the way.
You see, I just did mine though.
Did you?
Yeah, did mine because the angle what it was originally how it originally came.
Yeah.
It was a Watson's, and I adjusted it, and then I thought it was perfect then.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what I did, and I know that the ones what are out there, they're at the old angle.
Oh, okay, okay.
Because the only thing is that the blood rushed to your head.
Yeah.
It made the blood rush to your head. When you're upside down, that's a lot of blood rushing to your head, and I couldn't handle it.
I tell you one thing that really brought my lower quads a few years ago was when you do, Smith machine, but you start from the bottom, from the floor, and you only come up.
Yeah.
But you can't go heavy, like literally a 10 aside, 10 kilo aside.
Yeah.
And you only, I tell you what, it was like a kind of a form of hack squat.
Yeah.
But it really brought my lower quads up. For a teardrop, guys, do that one. It's really fantastic movement.
Yeah.
But so well, keep us posted on your comeback, Derrick. Are you all right?
Yep.
A bit like this. Oh my God, you're really bright.
Sun's killing me now.
Derrick, do you want me to? I tell you what,
Yeah, me too.
Okay, guys. Sorry, myself, and Derrick both had to adjust our lighting there. So anyway, yes. So obviously we had the guest on, Lewis Breed, who we had also on last week, but he just took 3rd in the Tampa Pro, which is an absolutely incredible achievement, isn't it, Derrick?
Brilliant achievement.
3rd place.
Yep, 3rd place, and a good lineup.
Yep,
very good lineup, strong lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I was absolutely, because I said to him, this is a big gamble you're going over there, especially when there's so many European shows you could have, and it's not even playing it safe. It's just all that travel and and the stress on the body. But he chose to really go and test himself. He wanted to stand next to Hunter Labrada. Yeah. He got to do that.
Yep.
He compared very, very well. And now, he's in. He's basically been called out now with guys who've been 4th place in Olympia. Jon Delarosa has won multiple pro shows, been in several Olympias. So so I was absolutely over the moon for Lewis. So I just wanted to get him back on again. Just like I said, just 15 minutes just to kind of talk us through the experience, what it was like, the feedback from the judges, feedback from the fans, and but it's interesting because he clearly wasn't standing out as a top 3 guy immediately, but it shows you that the judges, once they saw him, once they composed him, compared him next to the other guys, he just, obviously he caught the judge's eye and basically moved up and he got that 3rd place. So I'm absolutely over the moon for him. So, so now he's staying out in America. He will be doing the Texas Pro, going up against Andrew Jacks, Carlos Thomas Jr., Who was the other? Hunter again, because Hunter said he is doing the Texas as well.
Oh, right, okay.
So you'd think maybe because he's got the win, he'd be shutting it down. So the thing is, if Hunter wins this one as well, potentially Andrew Jack is either going to have to go and do a show in Europe, or we're not going to see Andrew Jack at the Olympia, which, I mean, I probably might do the Legion. There's a show. There's one more show in America after Texas, but that's the last chance for American bodybuilders in America to qualify for Olympia. Now, Andrew Jack is one of the biggest names. I mean, really, in his top form, arguably he's a top 5, top 6 guy. He was 8th place last year in his first Olympia. So, I mean, it's unthinkable to think that Andrew Jack might not be in this year's Olympia. So Hunter Labrada could spoil those plans. Personally, I think if Andrew Jack turns up looking as good as he did at the Arnold, I think he will beat Hunter. Yeah. Because Hunter beat him last year at the Olympia. Yeah. Hunter was 7th, Andrew was 8th. Yeah. So it's there's and obviously we've got Carlos because we don't know what he's going to look like. I mean, I saw a video. Milos showed it to us, and I watched the video as well. And his rear lat spread looked really, really good. The rear double bicep. That muscle I was seeing in the rear lat spread, he should have a good rear double bicep. It should be okay. It's probably not the best, but and obviously we've never seen him really in real true conditioning, but. Carlos Thomas Jr. in really good condition with really good back shots. I mean, even Andrew Jack and Hunter might be in trouble. So there's 3 guys there that have got the potential to win this. Knocking
on the door.
So, obviously then Lewis will be going up against those 3 as well. Lewis did say that Jon Delarosa is not doing this one, correct? He did say. Yeah, he did say, yeah. He did. So anyways, quickly have a look at a couple of pictures of Lewis because I just want to... I want to see this. This is the ones he posted the other morning of him next to his little boy. Look. But he's impressive, and look at the stripy delts.
I said his delts was just freaking me out, man.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it was really good.
What do you think? Is it dad's? I mean, what does the kids think when they see their dad and the dad looks like that? I mean, that's no dad bod, is it?
No, man, that's the superhero, man.
Yeah,
man.
Superhero looks like a Hulk.
That's my dad.
Yeah,
that's my dad.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
my dad's bigger than your dad.
Yeah,
too right. So this is an absolutely fantastic result. The thing is, I don't think he'd seen his kid for a while as well, because obviously he went from Dubai.
Yeah.
No. Did he go to Dubai? He went to Dubai, came to UK for a while, and then he flew out last Monday to Tampa. So, and then his wife brought one of his kids out. They've got 6 kids between.
They've got 6 kids.
Yeah, between him and his wife.
He's been busy.
No, I don't think they're all his. She's got some from previous relationship.
Oh right, wow.
But still, it's
it's still a lot, isn't it?
That's an expensive trip to Pizza Hut every Sunday. Right. So these were the first pictures he posted. This was just, I think he was doing 1,500 grams of carbs.
Wow. I mean, look at him. Look. Good tape, super taper, lovely legs.
Derrick, how do you get that much carbs in and not get a bloated stomach, even a couple of days before the show? How do you manage that?
Listen, who coaches him? Is it Patrick?
No, not Patrick. I forget the name now. Is it Martin Winston? Yeah, Martin Winston, okay. I believe, is his coach. But he travelled out with him. So I like the condition.
Look at the legs and the condition and that.
To me, he looks like a smaller Nick Walker.
Yeah,
doesn't he?
Yeah,
He's got that,
looking at that. I mean, I know it's hard to really compare, see the quality of what he's got and everything that he's got when he's standing by himself. You know what I mean? You got to compare him against somebody, but I mean, he's got everything there, man.
Yeah,
it looks well.
Yeah, looks good there. This was in MI40 gym. This was the other day. So imagine this got a bit of attention in the gym. Because the thing is, most of these people, I mean, most of them probably haven't got a clue who he was.
Yeah,
because he's well known in Europe, and he's done. The first I think he made his pro debut was the August 2021 Spain show that myself and Lauren did the live stream, the NPC European. I'm sure it was one of the first shows he did, and I think he just made top 10 there. But it like took 20-30 guys. It was a good lineup. And then last year he moved up to, he was like a good second call-out guy. Yeah. And I think he did 3 shows on the trot. It was Romania, Spain, and Prague. And I think he got 8th or 9th 3 times.
Right.
So, I mean, it's good, consistent, So he was kind of like mid-second range call-out You know, because first call out is usually the first top 5, top 6.
Yeah.
And then he's kind of like, he's pushing up to the top end of the second call out. Now he's
jumped up, hasn't he?
He's first call out.
Yeah.
He's a first call out guy. So I think he'll be first call out in Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, if he gets...
Yeah, his name's up there now, isn't it?
And the thing is, he's already stood next to Hunter. And,
That's right.
And obviously,
That's right.
you know, impressed the judges. Now he's going to be standing... I really, really want to see him next to Carlos. I really want to see him next to Carlos because I think he'll be much more conditioned than Carlos.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see two really thickly, kind of shorter, really thickly muscled guys like that.
Yeah.
Because I think possibly Hunter and Jack will be the 1 and 2 in Texas, you know, based upon what we've seen on past showings. Obviously, some guys get better, some guys don't improve, some guys really improve. So it's going to be interesting. But that's kind of the where I've got in my head, you know, with Carlos, Lewis, and guys like that fighting, you know, in that first call out for 3rd, 4th, 5th.
Yeah.
But, you know, so he's proven himself now, but it's going to be very, very interesting to see.
It could be interesting because, I mean, now he's really rubbing shoulders with the top guys. So that's absolutely fantastic. Really pleased for him.
Now he's stood next to Hunter. I really want to see him next to Andrew Jack.
Yeah.
Because Andrew Jack is, you know, he's one of the hottest names in the world right now.
Of course it is.
You know, so so if he, you know, and if he hangs and he gets a good couple of shots and it's like shit, this is close between him and Andrew Jack.
Yeah.
You know, then he's really moved up there. So I think this guy's his coach. I think
is that his coach?
That's Martin Winston.
Well, his condition is nailed it.
Yeah. The thing is, there's lots of kind of because he's 5'7", he's not short, but there's plenty of guys out there with good muscle density and thickness. But I love condition, and he's not just condition, he's detailed.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes you get guys that are very lean, but they don't have a lot of striations or detail or fibers. Or
he has.
You know,
you can see it on him.
Yeah, it's good. So he's got a good combo.
Yeah.
You know, he's not really missing any body parts.
No, it's good. It's good over because he's got a nice taper down to his waist and everything.
Yeah.
I just need to see his back again. I can't remember what his back looked like.
Here we go. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, here we go.
That's a good shot in it. Look at that. Fantastic. Colour looks good as well. I like good separation, good detail. See, imagine him now with another...
What's his back like? Have you got any shots of his back?
I just showed you his back.
Yeah.
I just showed you back mid bicep. Just showed you.
Show me it again.
Okay. Hang on. Right, side. So side looks good. I can't really fault that. There you go. Oh, that's a good shot. I like those side on shots because you can see then not just how wide they are, but how do you know what I mean? Like all this around here.
Yeah.
You know, but that looks that doesn't look lacking anywhere to me. Let's see if he's got any lat spread. Oh wow, that's a good shot. I like it. Do you know what? He's actually got a pretty good shape as well.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, he's.
That's what I mean.
He hasn't got the tiniest of waists.
No,
although when he does a front double bicep, Derrick,
that's a good taper down to his waist, though.
Yeah, I mean, he could have a smaller waist, but I mean, the thicker guys don't tend to have the teeniest of waist. But when he does, do you remember like Jason Corrick?
Yeah.
Like not the smallest of waist, but when he lifted his arms up, his waist went to nothing.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
So he's kind of like that sort of structure, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know, that kind of. They are. Good shot there.
Could it be that bit? Can you come zoom in a bit?
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, he's good. He's good. Yeah. He's really good. He's moving up. Like I said, I remember when he came 3rd at the British finals in 2011. Cecil Crosdale won the heavyweights. No, he didn't. Was it Anth Bales? I can't remember anyway. But he was. I think Anth Bales was it? I can't remember. Anyway, so he took 3rd, and he was only like 23 years old then.
Yeah.
So he's only early 30s now.
Yeah.
And I just wondered if he'd have carried on back then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But anyway, he had kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, so took him out for a few years. So probably took most of his finances as well. But so then he like I said, he came back a couple of years ago, got his pro card. And and he's moving up the ladder nice and steady, and it's nice, you know, and he's improving every single time. So it's nice to see these guys, you know, bringing something different, you know, and bringing something new every year. And obviously did what Brandon Curry did by sacrificing, you know, leaving your wife and kids at home and going to Dubai and literally eat, sleep, train, no distraction. And thing is, it's not something you can cheat. Like if you're messing around and partying and not doing the work, it's going to show when it comes to the stage, and you're going to be in trouble with the misses, aren't you, Derrick?
100%. But the thing is, it's proved that all that hard work is paid off.
Yeah.
Right? That's really good to see.
Yeah,
I like that.
So, but I think I obviously he can fit more size on, but I think another 5, 10, 15 pounds. That's a good shot. Do you know what? See, the waist looks quite small there.
Yeah,
it's coming in nicely. Isn't it?
That's what I mean. See, he's got good flares on his thighs. You see, I like how his thighs from his waist just flares out. Lovely.
Yeah. To be honest, I think the only way this guy can improve is just literally just adding more size.
Yeah.
£5, £10, every 6 months or every year. If he keeps just adding that's what he keeps doing.
Yep.
Then he's just going to keep moving up. But he's got the attention of the judges now.
This is it.
So how am I doing the lighting, Derrick?
Yeah, you're cool.
Okay, okay. We sat in the dark again. But yes, I need a tan as well. Right, okay then. So congratulations there to Lewis. Yeah, fantastic result there. Yeah,
brilliant.
Derrick's impressed.
I'm
so
very impressed.
Good.
Yep.
Right, okay, then going to go to our next guest, Jon Delarosa. Came back after 3 years away. Took second place at the... I've completely forgotten. There's so many shows, Derrick. He took second to Justin Shire the other weekend at the Chicago Pro. Fantastic comeback after 3 years away. Very, very close. He could have won this. He could have won it. This was Justin Shire. This is his pro debut. Do you know what? It feels like ages ago now, doesn't it? Does it feel to you?
Yeah.
Like you've been off 1 week.
Yeah.
And it's like, this feels like ages ago.
Yeah.
This was only the other week, though.
Only the other week.
Chicago. So he's, it's always, it must be very nerve-wracking, a bit of a gamble when you come back after even like a year or two, especially, to 3 years for Jon Delarosa coming back, and he's just took 2 second places. But as I said to you before, he's a victim of the point system being removed.
Yes, you're talking about this point system, yeah.
Because now, he'd have a good amount of points. If he goes to Texas and gets... he's not going to Texas, but if he did... See, the thing is, if he probably would do Texas if the point system was there. Because he's thinking, okay, I can maybe get a third or a fourth, pick up a few points, push me to the top of the point standing. See, because they're saying now that obviously the point system, they had too many competitors at the Olympia last year.
Yeah.
We had 59 in the Classic. But removing the point system only takes 2 out of each class. But now the guys aren't doing more shows to accumulate more points that are good. So you've got Jon Delarosa, took 2 second places. He's not going to be 10th in Texas. Now, he might have done Texas if he thought he could pick up a couple of points. And he might have just carried on and thinking, I'll get to the Olympia on points.
Yeah.
So now he's done now. Jon's done. I mean, we haven't interviewed him yet. We're doing hot news in a funny order. But, there's a guy that might have carried on.
Yeah.
So maybe they need to carry on with the point system is basically what I'm trying to say. But, So like I said, I'm just happy to see Jon back. We'll find out why he's been away. I believe it's because he opened a gym.
Right,
and he's been obviously working on his business. But and obviously working with our guy, Patrick Tour.
Yeah. Patrick.
Yeah. So would you work with Patrick?
Right,
you love Milos, don't you?
I do like Milos.
Yeah.
I do like his way of training and how he diets people down and things like that. But Patrick is a big name, then, isn't he? He's got some really good lads.
This is the Gilco Productions. I think they did the live stream, but look at the quality of this content footage. Good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's 4K or 8K or something.
That's sharp.
But these guys you want at your show. So, and apparently they send videos of when the athletes come up by themselves.
Yeah.
They send it to every single athlete.
Oh, do they?
Which they then post on their Instagram.
Yeah.
Apparently they had a deal at the Olympia where every single competitor within 24 hours of being on stage got their video their video of them doing their 45 seconds in their DMs.
Oh, wow.
How cool is that?
Brilliant.
And obviously they got their signature there on the thing, so obviously they're going to be then posting up.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it, right? You're at a show, doing the Olympia, and the next morning you wake up, day after the show, and you've got this content. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to post it on Instagram.
Of course you are.
High quality footage.
Yeah.
So think about all the hundreds of competitors, all their millions, accumulated billions of followers. So these guys are doing a great service.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and obviously this is Jon. I think Jon looks slightly better in Chicago. For me, he looked a little bit fuller. It looks like he's really tried to really go for the condition, but to me he looks a little bit flat here. He looks sharp. Do you think it's close there? Tell me what you think, Derrick. This was 1 and 2 at Tampa. This is Lee Labrada's son.
Yeah.
Lee Labrada's son, Hunter.
Yeah.
So this was the 1 and 2. Hunter on the right was first. And then you had Jon in second. So just give us your opinion, Derrick. Give us post for post.
Let me just.
Can you watch on the laptop maybe, or is it sharper there? Or Is it better there? Or do you want me to put it on the screen?
No, I can see it.
I mean, I can actually put it on the big screen if I change the HDMI.
No, that's
you
all
sure?
right.
You sure
Yeah,
on there? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So what do you think?
You see. Oh yeah. Well, you see, Hunter is overall shape-wise, he's got the package, hasn't he?
Hunter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
Look,
got the package.
have a look at this side tricep. That's Hunter. I think that's Hunter's best shot. The striations in the tricep, the detail, the conditioning.
And everything. The legs.
Yeah, I think Jon just looks a little bit flat to me here. He wasn't
he's
popping like
not
he was in
popping, is
Chicago.
he? Yeah.
Like, look at the legs, the way the muscles flicker, and when he poses, it really jumps. Like, to me, he just looks a little bit, he looks a bit deflated. Yeah, I feel like he could have filled out a bit more. But obviously they were aiming for condition because they probably knew that Hunter was going to be shredded.
Yeah, I mean, Hunter leg-wise, Hunter's got him, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, Hunter's calves are like just...
Hunter doesn't look crazy full though, does he?
No, he's not crazy full, and I think he could be a bit more sharper.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at his look at his delts.
Hunter.
Looking at Hunter's delts. I mean, this is really good footage. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, can you see the details in his delts?
Who? Hunter.
Let's
have a look. Yeah, but that's sometimes what they put in them.
Yeah. Well, there's just we like to see the details, don't we?
I think Jon's got less detail. I think it's the tattoos not helping. But if you look at the left delt, there's not much separation between the three heads there, mate. You know? Do you think guys just lack separation that they did in the 90s? Do you think it's maybe all the insulin that they're using, maybe?
I think it's probably what they're just using, isn't it?
And I think Hunter looked better in the lead up, the pictures of his back shots. I mean, the rear lat spread, the video I showed you the other week. Like, for me, the lat spread looked sensational, but to me, it doesn't look quite as impressive here. But it was obviously. I think I agree with the results. I think Hunter deserved it. He's definitely a little bit better than he was last year. Tell you what, they both got fantastic calves. Look at that, absolutely fantastic.
Oh well, I think Hunter takes him on the calves.
Yeah.
I
And Jon's got good calves, man. He's got good calves. I've seen Jon better than this. I have seen. In fact, even if we go back to, let's go back to Chicago.
Yeah.
And you can see, shit pictures on it. Shit quality. I see there's a little bit blurry there, but I'll be obviously we're going to be speaking to him. By the time you watch this, you'll know exactly what Jon's going to be doing, wanting to do next.
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting to see what his next moves are, because I feel like he did need a couple of shows to kind of get back into the swing of things. Here's some old pictures of Jon. This was when he won Toronto. I believe this was 2020. See, looks a little bit more pop to his physique there. In fact, his calves look bloody ridiculous there. I don't think he's back yet to his full greatness of where he was before. For me, these old shots. For me, he looks. I don't know whether he's quite as sharp, but I feel like his physique's a lot thicker and fuller and rounder.
More popping.
Yeah. I think he just needs more time back.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Because maybe he needs another good few months of off-season training, and the next time we see him after another prep, because obviously he's been out of it for 3 years, he's probably I would imagine he's still carried on training, but I think he needs a good few more months in the trenches. So that's what I think anyway. So so it's got some cool stuff. But anyways, it's great to see Jon Delarosa back.
Yep.
It's like I said, it's a shame they did away with the point system, because I have a feeling that we might have seen Jon at the Olympia this year had they not done away with the point system. So we shall see. But I think overall it's been a successful comeback for Jon there. Let's have a look. Okay, just him on the treadmills. I don't want to hear his thoughts. I want to see his body. I want to see what it looks like. Here we are. So that's some of the videos, some good phone footage. Yeah, I like this. I like this side angle. You can see actually because they look a bit flat. They don't look flat here.
Yeah.
They look full, don't they?
Yeah.
Full and pop in here. Because the thing, as I said, it's that slight angle. They look superb there.
Good abs. Yeah.
Does Derrick? Does the pec tear distract you? On Hunter, do you find that? Do you think they should be?
I mean, really, I didn't really notice it at
Really?
first. No, I didn't really notice it.
Do you?
Maybe I wasn't looking at the shots properly. You know what I mean?
Do you think they should be penalised for that? Would you have put Jon ahead of him because of that, if it's close?
No, because it's not a tear is a tear, isn't it? I mean, what can you do?
Yeah, but it's a sport of comparison.
Yeah, well,
Isn't it? If it's so, just say these guys are literally you've got it. Or you're a judge.
well then you would say you'd have to mark Dorian down there.
Well, yeah,
because with his bicep and thing like that.
yeah, but if it's close, and you got your point, like you're a judge and you're like, okay, it's literally equal for poses, equal for this, and then you have to come down to splitting hairs because that's what you have to do when it's close,
Then
unless it's not close.
yeah.
You know, if he's way out in front, then like Dorian, then not even a torn muscle is gonna. I mean, there was an argument. People said that Dorian should have been marked down for it. You know, but they felt that he was strong enough in the other poses and the other body parts to sort of pull the win. You know, but obviously there's a good argument for.
Yeah, but if he's only a couple of points down in one pose,
Yeah.
right, and it is one pose, isn't it?
Well,
right?
yeah.
Because and then it tears everybody else apart in the other poses.
Well, okay, so if bodybuilding's judged on the 7-8 mandatory poses, I remember Debbie Yates saying that the bicep tear on Dorian was only seen in the front double bicep.
Right.
It wasn't seen in any of the poses.
No, because he hit it.
So that's one pose that automatically he's going to lose to someone who's as good.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. Do you penalise them overall for it, or are you? Because then it comes down to whether you're actually judging them on the mandatory poses, or you're just actually looking at their physique through the mandatory poses. I've asked judges before, and I said, do you actually judge pose for pose, or do you just basically go overall? And I've heard differing opinions, different answers. You know, some will say,
right.
yeah, I will mark, I will mark it down pose for pose, and if it's 4 poses against 3 or whatever,
Yeah.
then yeah, I will judge like that. But some judges will just basically judge on the overall package and what they see, and because like some of them can pick out the winners even before they've bloody barely hit a pose,
Yeah.
So, but it all comes down to, I suppose, the judge's individual way of judging. In fact, it's something I wouldn't mind asking.
They all pick out the top 3 first, don't they? So it's kind of cross first, and that's when walking out, right? You know what I mean? To say, for first call out and thing like that. So.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Right. Okay. That's all I wanted to show on Jon Delarosa. Right. We'll quickly go to Bodybuilders Like Borders, because obviously we had the Tampa Pro yesterday. Absolutely fantastic show. Disappointed not to see bigger lineups, but I think again that might have something to do with this point system.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot going on this weekend. So obviously we had, like I said, Hunter Labrada winning the Tampa Pro. I think he won this show I think it was 2021 that he won it. It might be in 2020. I might be incorrect. But do you know that Hunter's, apart from the Olympia, that he's been 8th, 4th, 7th, every other show, amateur and professional, that he's done, he's won. The only shows that Hunter has ever competed in that hasn't been the Olympia, he's won.
Has he won everything?
Everything. Every amateur show and every pro show that he's done, apart from the Olympia, he has won.
Wow.
That's not a bad track record.
That's a boost, isn't it?
That's like a boxer with like 60 fights and 59 KOs.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Incredible. So that's quite a track record.
It is a very good track record.
And so what's going to happen with him and Andrew Jack? Is Andrew Jack going to upset that record, that run? It's a big gamble for Hunter to take, man. You think, okay, I've got my win, maybe I should shut it down for the Olympia. But he's obviously confident going into this Texas Pro. You know? He must be. He's confident.
And the thing, he's got nothing to prove now. He's got his win, hasn't he?
Yeah, but he's doing it. He said he's definitely doing Texas. The thing is, Texas is his backyard. He's from Texas.
Yeah.
He's from Houston.
Yeah.
The Labrada offices and gym and everything. That's in Houston.
Yeah.
So he's obviously very confident. I don't know. Maybe do you think he'll change? Will he change his mind? I don't know.
No.
So he's got guys like, I think he's got Carlos to go up against. So I mean, so we'll see. I mean, he's obviously confident going in. Otherwise, he wouldn't be doing it.
He's still got to be in his A game, hasn't he? Because he's not going to lose in his backyard. He don't lose in his backyard, does he?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. It's his hometown.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So there you go.
So it'll be interesting. It'll be a good show.
So here's the top 6. There we have Hunter Labrada there in the middle. We have Jon Delarosa there, second, we just brought up. Third place is Lewis Breed. Fourth place was Joel Thomas, who I really want to get back on Global again. Very, very cool guy, this one here. What's this doing now? Hang on. This bloody thing. It's been annoying. Right, okay. 5th place was a new guy called Brady King. So I'm going to be looking to find out more about this guy and probably get him on Global if we can. Yeah. And 6th place was the return of Roy Evans. So continuing improving. Not seen him compete for a couple of years. He's been on Global a couple of years ago. Yeah. Fantastic physique. Let's have a look at some more. Oh, I'm just zooming in on that. Yeah. Hang on. Oh, here we go. Right. So I tell you, Roy's put a bit of size on there. Yeah. He looks really, really good. Okay, that's it. So it's just 2 pictures there. So what else are we going to see on Hot News? Quickly. Derrick, check out these legs.
Wow.
Yeah. Quads are stupid. Mega quads. Let's go. Oh, excited for you. They're gnarly ass quads. And the thing is, that's actually a bad photo. I've actually got. There's one where he's slightly pulling his shorts up, and I tell you what, they just look ridiculous. I've had Jonathan on Global a couple of years ago, but look at the leg. I tell you, I'll go to his Instagram quickly.
Yeah. And
I'll show you the video where he brings his he's got his shorts. It just looks insane. Where is it? Is it that one? Look at that. Look at him. I mean, they remind me of Paul DeMeo. I mean, look at that.
They're freaky out there.
They look swollen. Don't they? It looks like he's been stung by a load of bees.
What's his hamstring like? Do you know?
Don't know. I just can't take my eyes off the quads. I mean, look at the amount of muscle on them. Yeah. I mean, they look heavy.
They do look heavy.
I mean, I think
he's got to have hamstrings. I mean, gosh, you can't have quads like that with no hamstrings.
Yeah. Well, right. I'm assuming he has got hamstrings. Yeah. So I think I might get Jonathan back on Global as well. But look at the legs. Look at that. That's insane, isn't it?
The only thing with that is to match it, to have an upper body to match the legs is.
That's basically going to be the thing he's eternally battling with. His entire career.
Yeah.
Thing is, what does a guy like that do? Does he just basically stop training his legs, or just to give the upper body? Like when Flex Lewis turned pro, I think he barely trained his legs for like a year or two to bring the upper body. And then
he did say that, didn't he?
Yeah. But he did. No, he did, because he had to get in balance. And then when he made his pro debut, he looked top heavy.
Yeah.
And then when he won the 2012 Olympiad in the 202, sorry, 212, it was 212. He'd actually balanced everything out perfectly, and then he won the 212 Olympia. But so imbalances like that. I mean, it's and especially when you got a body part, he probably loves to train legs as well.
Yeah.
So, but what an absolute monster. Cool guy as well. Like I said, had him on. This is what I wanted to show you. Jay Cutler is now 50 years old. Sent him a nice message. He sent me some cool messages. And this is the best shape he's got in since 2013. There's Phil with him as well. Who's that? Buddy Andrew Tate.
Oh, good Jay.
He looks good, doesn't he?
He looks good 50, man.
Do you know he tore both his biceps? He's tore both of them.
Is
yeah. Because you can see the right one's like quite a lot smaller.
Yeah, you can see that now.
But he's also torn the left one as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he said that's why, I think that was why, because I think he wanted to carry on competing.
Yeah.
But he looks good, doesn't he? He's in good shape.
He's in very good shape.
Look at the legs. Yeah.
Go on, Jay.
Yeah. He looks really good. Really good. I love Jay. Looking forward to doing the live stream with him in Romania in 3 weeks at the Masters Olympia.
Oh, yes, you are, yeah.
So,
wow.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited about this. Oh, there's Andrew Jack. See Andrew Jack there?
Oh, did I tell you that I got my passport?
Still?
No, I've got it now.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, came on Friday.
Oh, it's the best feeling, isn't it?
I've got my passport, ladies and gentlemen. I've got my passport.
Cool.
I'm not going nowhere, though.
You can borrow the private jet.
I don't like flies. Don't like flying.
You like flying?
Don't like flying.
Oh, Derrick. Well, you can't have a passport and not bloody fly with it.
No, it looks good, though. It looks good.
Do you just like show it off?
Yeah, we'll say,
check out my passport.
Nah, I'm gonna go start going places.
Come on, Derrick. Come on, start traveling with me. Come to some shows.
No. You go too far, you.
Too far? Well, no, around Europe and everything. Around Europe.
Yeah.
Anyway, right, okay. I wanted to quickly show this British guy. I know nothing about him. I just literally popped up on there's a guy called Bob Waterhouse. Went from 14th to 3rd at the Tampa Pro in 2 years in the Classic. Looks like a very, very good example of Classic to me. Very, very complete. Love the conditioning, as you'd expect from a Classic. Look at the intercostals there.
Yeah.
The abs. Absolutely fantastic. So maybe there's another guy we might want to get on global.
Yep.
I always feel shame when I don't know about the Brits. They go and do a pro show and they get like top 3, and I'm thinking, and everyone's like, "Oh, you must know who he is, Giles." I'm like, "I've got a clue who he is." I think he competed in Tampa 2 years ago, so I don't know why I don't know this guy. But fantastic there. So another guy to keep an eye out on. Someone I'll have to, like I said, we'll have to invite him on. This guy, 4'6". And do you know what? And do you know what I'm really happy about? Nobody made any silly comments. Because the guy has got such a good physique.
Yeah, you can see that he's put a lot of work into that body, man.
Look at him. I mean, he's look at his rear shots. Look at that.
Wow.
Awesome
He ain't missing
calves.
nothing, is he? Calves, everything.
Yep.
He ain't missing nothing.
Yep. So 4'6". Look at that. What a physique. Looks really, really good. I'd like to see him a bit sharper though.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit more condition. Absolutely fantastic. And like I said, I was looking at the comments expecting to see a lot of stupid, but it was nice to see people showing showing him positive and showing him the respect he deserves,
Showing him some love, man.
Because he's got a really good physique.
Yes.
A really good physique, So, fantastic. Look at his triceps. Look at that. It's proper thick triceps. Yeah. Awesome.
Nice separation, yeah.
So this name is Pone Bodybuilder, 4'6", 63.1 kilos.
Where's he from?
Brazil. Well, he's competing in Brazil. Yeah, he's competing in Brazil.
Yeah.
I assume he's Brazilian. Let's click on him, actually. Let's click on him. So we're going to have to really move along now soon because we've got Delarosa on very soon.
Yeah, let's show him some love.
63,000 followers.
Yeah, well, listen, it's coming up there, man.
Is that his missus? Bloody hell, he's done well. Wow. So athlete, Pone Bodybuilder. What's his name though? Oh, Lucas Delarosa Lewis. I'm probably completely butchered that, but I wonder if he speaks English. I wouldn't mind getting him on global. Maybe we can get him on with
let's have a little chat with him.
Miguel. Miguel could translate.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how he's done actually as a
look at that shot there. Look at that shot.
It's photoshopped.
Eh?
It's photoshopped. Someone's photoshopped it. Yeah.
Oh.
Squatting, man. Yeah, he's awesome, isn't he? He's awesome. Bloody hell. Yep. So as another guy, you have to keep an eye on. 62,000 followers. It's amazing. Yeah. These Brazilians, they have huge followings. But right, quickly, I'm going to look at one or two more. This is the new guy. Is this the guy that got 4? Yeah, this is the guy that took 5th place. Hang on, a brief history. May 2018, almost lost his life in an accident. Was told his bodybuilding career was over. 2020, turned pro at North Americans. 2021, won Norfolk Pro. 2021, Classic Physique Olympian. So he's done the Olympia as a classic. Right. And then transitioned to Open at the Tampa yesterday and took 5th place.
All right.
So, Brady, if you're watching, you expect a DM from myself very, very soon. We're going to love to get you on Globe Muscle, find out about this accident and hear about your journey from Classic to Open. So, I'm sure that the viewers would love to hear your story.
Yeah.
So, so there's another exciting new face going straight into the top 5 in his Open debut. Right, I think that's pretty much all I want to see on there. Oh, so also the this guy, fantastic Brazilian Fabrício Moreira, ended up winning the 212. Second place was Mbappe. I have messaged him before. It's funny because he sent me a message. He said, "What's the interview about?" And I said, "You." I was like, what do you mean, what's the interview about? It's like, you. We had Diego Guerra, who we had on a few weeks ago, was the White Gorilla. He was 3rd place. The Real J, that's Jason Nguyen. I can't say it's pronounced Nguyen. It's Vietnamese, like An Nguyen. Nguyen. Anyway, so he was 4th place. Mm-hmm. Rob Taylor from the UK was 5th.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, from...
Go on, Rob.
From, he's from Barnsley.
Yeah, Barnsley.
Yeah, he was 5th place. Yeah, looked really, really good. In fact, let's bring up his Instagram quickly.
Yeah, let's show him some love.
Yeah, show him some love. Yeah, because he obviously had to pull out of that show a few weeks ago because he had some... So yeah, look, this is when he had to pull out of the show. He showed something went wrong with his skin or something. I don't know. But, oh, you know Rob, do you?
Yeah, no, Rob, yeah.
Oh, cool. I suppose he's from your area, isn't he? He's only 45 minutes away, isn't he? Around here?
Yeah.
So... Yeah, looks really, really good. That's cool. I mean, the legs are just sensational. But to me, he's still not got that fullness back in the upper body that he had when I saw him compete as an Open. because he competed at the Spain show a couple of years ago at 220. And he made top 10, got some really, really good call-outs. And then when he went to Ireland, the Irish show last year, I think he weighed in something like 200 pounds. So he needs to get in between where he is, where he was at Ireland and, how he looked as an Open, because he's obviously sacrificed a bit of muscle tissue there, which he hasn't regained. But I'm saying if he's making top 5 in these big pro shows like Tampa, probably the biggest 212 show of the year so far, imagine like another 10 pounds that he's regained, he's going to do a lot better, isn't he? And he's going to match those crazy legs of his. So,
Come on, Rob.
Yeah, come on, Rob. We want to see...
Dig deep. Come on.
If you're looking this good and doing this well... with that 10 pound of muscle off or whatever, get it back on, because, he's going to be winning shows.
Yeah.
He's going to be winning shows. Right, okay, I need to get some of that sniff spray up my bloody nose. My nose getting blocked again. I think it's something I'm eating,
Is it?
I think some food I'm eating.
Greens.
My sinus.
Greens,
my sinuses are all blocked. I don't like
greens
it.
Do it. Stop eating veg.
Stop eating veg. You sound like Ronnie Coleman. He didn't eat vegetables either.
Well,
Ronnie.
so
no, I should have told you that.
So why do I need to eat veg then?
Derrick. No, I lied.
No, you didn't.
Ronnie said to me, make sure Derrick eats his
No,
greens.
he didn't.
Because I did. And if he wants to look like, tell Derrick, if he wants to look like his old pal Ronnie, you need to eat his greens, okay? I'll actually get Ronnie to message that to me, to send to you, and I will screenshot it and I'll send it to you and you can put it on your fridge.
I need to talk to Ronnie.
No.
I think I can do his diet. And then, if it can make him look like that, it'll be right.
And what about his training? Are you going to be able to deadlift 800 pounds for 2 reps?
I don't need to. If I do 400 pounds, I'll be happy.
Okay. Right. Okay. I think that's everything I want to see there on Bodybuilders Without Borders. Quickly, I'd like to bring up. Speak of the devil, Ronnie Coleman, because he was over in California this week and he was training with this guy. Do you recognise this guy?
That looks
familiar, doesn't he?
That looks like the Terminator.
Okay, then here's a good question. I do have some. Arnold's best ever film. Come on. If it bleeds, we can kill it. There you go.
Oh,
come on.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. That's the Alien. Is it Alien?
Yeah, close. Come on.
What
in the jungle. Come on.
What's it called?
Predator,
that's it.
That for me,
Predator.
That and I think and the first 2 Terminators.
Yeah.
That's for me, actual film wise.
Yeah.
Like cinematic, like I think the Predator, the first one for me, is his all-time best film, and he's done some good films. In fairness,
Predator is good.
Favorite comedy.
Favorite comedy
of his. I like Twins.
Oh, Twins hilarious.
Not a tumor.
Yeah.
Twins
hilarious.
Not a tumor. That was... Oh, no, hang on. That's not Twins. That was Kindergarten Cop. What am I talking about? That's Kindergarten Cop.
Was it Kindergarten?
Yeah, Twins was Twins with Danny
DeVito, yeah. Have you seen his thing on Netflix?
The documentary?
The documentary.
Oh, do you like it?
Phenomenal.
It's good, wasn't it?
Phenomenal.
It's good, wasn't it?
Guys, if you haven't seen that, you need to check that out. Seriously, it is phenomenal. All 3, I think it was 3 parts.
3 episodes.
3 episodes.
Bodybuilder.
Fantastic.
Politician. Film star.
Yeah.
What was your favourite?
I couldn't pick one. I thought they all were good.
It was good, wasn't it? It was good.
Had me in my seat anyway. I watched that. I don't normally watch things like that, but it was good.
Yeah. So anyway, here he was training with Ronnie. So can you tell me how many Olympias they've got between them? Come on, do your maths.
That's 16, isn't it?
15.
No, 15.
8 and 7.
8 and 7. Yeah, 8 and 7. Yeah.
So, gold star for you. So, so cool. Look how happy they are. We all need training partners to help us reach our potential. I know Franco was looking down on me and Ronnie Coleman, pushing me today and smiling. Join our village at the link in my bio and I'll push you every day with a free email. Kings only. Yeah, buddy. Honoured to win. Oh, wow. People there watching in person. Obviously, it was I think it was Muscle Beach or whatever. But, I mean, look at... so cool, man. I mean, imagine just walking past and just casually noticing. Yeah. Look, that's so cool. Look at that. Arnold, man, 76 years old. He looks good, doesn't he?
Looks brilliant.
He does, doesn't he? And he still gets in good shape for films.
Yeah, man.
Have you noticed when he does something on TV or films or whatever? Are we okay? Are we good?
Yeah.
Nothing happened? Nothing? We good?
Silly thing.
Is it doing something? Are we still?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, good. Sorry, yeah. So it's confusing because it does stuff and it thinks it stopped filming, doesn't it?
Yeah,
And it hasn't.
Yeah.
So so here we are there. Look, he's doing the you're pushing too many pencils. So what's your what's your favourite film? Your actual favourite film of Arnold's?
Of Arnold's.
Personal. All the ones, and you like your action, don't you? You like 80s action films.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Actually, Predator was one of the top ones, wasn't it?
It was good.
Definitely up there.
I think it was the best
Definitely
made.
up there, yeah.
I think because I saw Terminator 2 opening night, July 4th, 1991 in Rhode Island, Providence. When I was 15 years old, I was backpacking around America with my training partner for a month.
Yeah.
Had $1,000 in my pocket, and we went to see the opening night. And it's funny because I've never been to a cinema where the name comes up on the screen and everyone cheers.
Oh, right.
Like, I've never seen that in a cinema. In America, it was like commonplace. At the premiere, it was the first open. I don't know whether it happens just the first night or every night, but everyone was like, "Yay!" Like everyone in the cinema clapping.
Wow.
Like in the UK, we're all very quiet and reserved.
Yeah.
But I was like, is this what happens all the time? And then I saw it a couple of weeks later again in Toronto.
The same thing.
I tell you what I also did. Went to a church because my training partner was born again Christian.
You went to a church?
I went to a church. I didn't burst into flames. No, we were the only two white guys in there. There must have been.
Was it a Pentecostal church?
I can't remember. It was born. Well, I don't know which one. Which
was it? Lively singing guitars, drums.
Yeah.
Pentecostal church.
Fantastic.
Yeah. That's how our church is.
And it was it was just me and James were the only two white guys in there, and then we were made to feel everyone was so friendly, so welcoming. And I tell you what, I was like, if church was like this in the UK, I would go.
Well, you should be coming to mine then.
Okay, well, I think Lauren wants to go.
Oh, right.
She does.
Okay.
She did say.
Yeah.
I said, you go.
Yeah.
I said, Lauren, I said, if you want to go to church, I said, I'll come with you. I don't mind.
Yep, it's good. Pentecostal church, yeah, man.
It was cool. No, it was really, really good. It was like a really good experience because I'm not really a particularly religious person, but I went and it was a really lovely experience. And then we all had this barbecue on the top of this college hotel skyscraper.
Oh, right. Wow.
And there was this big black guy called Moses, and he was on the corner. There was like the drop.
Yeah.
He was sat up on the side of it. And I said, mate, I can't. I have to. It was freaking me out.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, God probably isn't going to save you if you tip back with a gust of wind, mate. I was like, it was really freaking me out. But because I'm not good with heights.
Yeah.
You with bloody
I'm not so bad with heights.
Animals and veg.
I don't mind heights. Yeah.
Oh no! I just no. It was this is a literally skyscraper right in the middle of Toronto.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of Toronto. But and they were all from the church, and they were all such lovely people. It was such a good experience. But anyway, So Terminator 2. So that's why. Yeah. Anyway, so I saw it, and that's what I experienced. Anyway. So quickly, what's your favorite film?
Favorite film of Arnold?
You can't say Predator because I say Predator. You have to go someone different. Different film. Best film.
Well,
come on.
Running Man.
Running Man, really?
Running Man, yeah.
Wow.
I was quite good when it came out,
They didn't mention that because the thing is, they couldn't mention every film because there's so many bloody films.
Yeah.
But I think, like they mentioned Conan, I mean, obviously they had to pick True Lies, they picked a few, but
I didn't like Conan.
It was all right. It was all right. Yeah. He made a good Conan.
Yeah. It played the part well, right, but I mean, I didn't like the film. I didn't like the story.
The second one wasn't very good. Conan Destroyer with what's the name? The Grace. What's the black one called? The crazy one.
Grace Jones. Is it
Grace Jones? Yeah, she's pretty nuts. Remember she attacked that Russell Harty on the TV show?
Yeah.
She started slapping him.
Yeah.
Apparently she did a concert when she went on topless.
Did she?
She was nuts. She was completely crazy.
Yeah, but she was I mean.
I wouldn't fight her.
I wouldn't fight her.
Yes,
I wouldn't fight her.
She was that. She trained as well.
Yeah. Oh, no, she trained.
And I tell you what. Sorry, complete random memory. You remember the shape that Linda Hamilton got herself into for Terminator 2?
Yeah.
Like that was probably. That at the time, obviously, because female bodybuilding was kind of like really rolling along then. You had Linda Murray coming along, Corey Everson era just kind of come out of that. Like, I can imagine she did a lot for women starting weight training and getting in shape.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, she really sort of boosted, muscle in women, But she looked fantastic. Apparently, Arnold was really, really impressed, because he said she turned up like to film and he was like, wow. You've really transformed yourself.
Yeah.
So... But anyway, we better move along. So anyway, I just wanted to show this because I just thought it was so cool of Ronnie training with Arnold and obviously looking like they're having a bloody good time. So what else was Ronnie doing over there in California? Also, Ronnie teamed up with Panatta to kit out his home gym, which I actually knew about and I wasn't allowed to say. I was told, no, it's Brendan rang me and told me.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he said, look, we're going to announce it soon on Ronnie's Instagram.
How come he told you and didn't tell me?
Well, I'm sworn to secrecy. Look, if Ronnie's team and Ronnie asked me to...
I am Big D. I am the original Big D.
Okay. Hang on. Phil Heath, yeah, buddy. Ain't no lightweight in that gym, that's for sure. Congratulations. Jay Cutler, congratulations.
Is that his house?
So no, that's the Panatta offices.
Right.
I've been there, in Italy.
Have you?
Yeah, and I've been to. Rudy Panatta showed me the shed that was about the size of the studio where he started. Well, it's a bit bigger actually, where he started literally, and it just everything expanded. He's got a village nearby, and everyone in the village works for him. Everybody works for Panatta.
Yeah,
the whole village. He's employed everyone.
That's fantastic.
So, and it is literally up in the mountains, and his house is. It's not that big, but he's built. The money he spent is on the bunker, which has got like a safe room, and it's got a full gym. Obviously, a full gym for him for his own personal use.
In Italy, in
Italy, in the hills of Italy, in the mountains of Italy, and there's it's like a fortress. His house. It's right on the top of this hill with all these cameras because it's like a really windy road. Because he's at risk of being kidnapped by the mafia. He is. No, he's at risk of it. So he's a target.
He's a very wealthy... I was going to say, I'd like to go to Italy now.
Oh, it's beautiful. Go to Amalfi Coast. Beautiful.
No, the mafia might kidnap me.
No. You'll be right.
If they heard of Big D's coming over, they might kidnap me.
Derek's getting a bit giddy now because I think he's getting hungry. So I think that's a sign to wrap it up because we don't want to miss Jon Delarosa. Right, okay. Well, no, Italy's beautiful, mate. Italy's absolutely beautiful. Yeah. So, so I just wanted to show that quickly. We've just wished Jay Cutler there a very, very happy 50th birthday.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty much everything. Also, we've still got it's getting very dark now, actually. Yeah. We've got the latest issue there of MD, just currently working on the one after this one. Okay. So I'm working on that one. I can't say who I'm doing the article on, but he's very, very successful Brit.
Yeah.
He's, I can't say anything without giving it away. No. I better not say it. I better leave it at that. Right, okay then, guys. Of course, a big thank you there to my main man, Derrick Clarke, in the house.
Big D in the house.
Good to have you back, mate.
No problem. Good to be back.
Good to be back. And we'll have to give me some suggestions for more guests because Milos was a great one.
Yeah,
he was. It was fantastic. Like, I'm glad we got him for you because I know it was you've been asking me for a while there.
Yep.
So, okay then, guys. And also, as always, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And that is it. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. With my main man, Derrick Clarke,
yep,
we are out.